Welcome to Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, prescribed by Dr. Harrison. So we do a lot of art around the house. Like I take pictures with cameras, we'll do painting, do drawing, coloring, Play-Doh, any kind of art you can think of, we're all about it here. We want our kids to, use their imagination, to have fun, to use color, to think, vividly and large. But what that produces is a lot of artwork on top of the artwork that they bring home from school. So that's what I want to talk about today, is dealing with the amount of stuff that's coming to you with respect to their art or their hard work or whatever it is, their report, whatever it is they're showing you. Now, there's kind of three different categories of this, okay? The first one is if you're that parent who keeps everything. Like my mom, she has spelling tests and, papers of me practicing sentences when I was in like kindergarten and first grade on that old brown paper that was, landscape style with the lines so you know where to do capitals and lowercase. So if you're keeping everything, well, I guess the only advice I have for you is make sure you have some space, right? Because there's going to be a lot of stuff, especially if you have multiple kids and you start keeping when they're in kindergarten. But hopefully every time they share something with you, you're acknowledging their hard work and effort and being honest about your opinion about whatever it is they present to you. Now, the other one is if you're not keeping everything and you're just keeping select few things. First off, anytime my kid brings me artwork from school or they've done a drawing at home during, just downtime and nothing going on, I always acknowledge how great I think it is and how much effort they've put into it, and that I love that they share this stuff with me. And I will never say, what is this? If I can't figure out what it is, instead of saying, what is this? Because that could totally make them feel, this big, just tiny, because they put so much effort and you don't know what it is. Instead, I'll say, well, tell me the story behind this. Tell me what made you come up with this idea and why you colored it this way or why you drew it this way. And in that explanation, when they get to explain their work and kind of be proud in that moment, they'll reveal to you that it was a dog in a basket, right? When you're looking at this thing like, is this just the earthquake tornado drawing? I don't know. But then make sure that you display that work. Put it up on the fridge. We put it up on the walls. We kind of frame it or put it on canvas. We've got a whole bunch of their clay works that come from the kiln that they've made at school in kind of like a armoire type thing on the bottom level. We display all of that stuff. Now, I don't keep everything because they do so much and there's 3 of them. But when they do show me something, especially if it was made for me, I may put it in my office. But if I'm not going to keep it, the one thing I won't do is throw it away in front of them, right? It's okay to throw away a bunch of that extra stuff when it's just scribbles and they don't even really care about it. They just were bored and drew some scribbles and oh, here, Daddy, this is for you. You can throw that stuff away. That's totally fine. But don't let them see it. Don't let them see you throw it away. One, and when you throw it away, tuck it under some trash so that when they go to throw their juice cup inside the trash can, they don't see their artwork laying on the top. What that tells them is you don't care about their effort, their artwork, their creativity, that you're just going to throw their stuff away that they put all this time and sweat into, and it hurts their feelings. It really, really does. I've been one to throw some stuff away on accident just because I was cleaning and have my kids see it oh, you didn't like it? No, Papa, what are you talking about? I just picked up stuff and it's my fault. I apologize. That's not where it was supposed to go. It was by accident, right? But that genuinely was by accident that time. So make sure you're not throwing it away in front of them and you're not leaving it on the top of the trash pile. Now that's kind of the second type or category in this. The third one is when they create some artwork that they're not supposed to create, like maybe drawing on the wall. Or the other day we had an example where they took these fake coins that were made out of plastic and glued them together. And there was kind of glue everywhere. Now, if they're doing something they're not supposed to do, you're going to have your consequence for them, right? And that's up to you, whatever your consequence is. We'll have a video series on discipline coming down the pipe here a little bit later. But not only are you going to have your consequence, but what you also need to have is still an acknowledgement of their work, right? You can tell them something like, this is great, but are you supposed to be gluing this stuff together? Or, you know you're not supposed to draw on the wall. Here's whatever it is that your consequence is. But I got to tell you, I really liked the drawing you did. I wish it would have been on paper so I could put it up and we didn't have to clean it off. Right? That's going to lead them to next time putting it on paper so you can put it up. So even though they're going to get in trouble, still acknowledge their hard work and effort in it. It might sound like, wait a minute, I'm not going to acknowledge that, and they know they shouldn't be doing that. They know better. Well, of course they do. They're still going to get in trouble for it. There's still going to be a consequence, but that doesn't belittle the fact that they put effort and time to create something for you. Something beautiful to them that they're probably super proud of, that they're probably super excited about sharing with you. So acknowledge that excitement, acknowledge that skill and that creativity, and then give them your consequence. Or give them the consequence and then acknowledge it when you have a conversation later. Either way, make sure that when that artwork is coming home, you display it proudly as a proud parent. And you tell them how much you appreciate it. The other thing is, you may not actually like what they've done. Like, it may be kind of a crappy drawing. Take into consideration their age. Also, it's okay if they ask, oh, what do you think I could have done better, to give them examples of what you could have done better. But let's remember one thing. Art is not about necessarily what you think about it. It's about the person who created it, what they feel about it. It's their art. So even though I may not like one of Van Gogh's pieces, I'm not going to call it crappy. It's still a masterpiece of his. It's just not my taste. But for my boys, I can tell them, I really like what you've done here, but I really liked more when you do stuff with, drawing animals, or when you do your clay work, or when you color, because you use so many great colors. But this is great too. I'll put this up as well. Make sure you're sharing with them that you're proud of them, that you are following that up with not just words, but actions by displaying that work, and that you're not throwing stuff away or letting them see it in the trash. It's just a good way to be. That's Doc's Daily Dose for Dads. Don't forget to hashtag Doc's Daily Dose for Dads, hashtag 4D, all social media at rebirthbx. Check out Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music. Hit up the website, rebirthbx.com. I'll holler at you guys tomorrow.